mind security ang alay sa iyo. Mag-eternal plans ka na.
Sa panahong hindi inaasahan tulad nitong pandemya, maging handa. Mag-Eternal Plans ka na. For inquiries, email us at marketing@eternalplans.net.ph.
Eternal Chapels provides excellent and complete funeral service rendered by professional service associates and offers affordable funeral products. For more information, visit www.eternalchapels.ph.
You're listening to koolFM. koolFM is a TVH Group of Networks radio station. Sondo's greatest hits are here.
And today is Sunday, August 11th, 2024. And yes, a beautiful morning to everyone right here. So, yes, in fact, it is Sunday. So, yes, happy Sunday to all of you. So, now let's get into the things what happened on koolFM yesterday. Well, so basically, a lot of things happened. Talk with Sen has had no commercial breaks at all. We did say that there will be minimal to no advertisements, and I was right. There were no advertisements on Talk with Sen because of what things we have talked about on TWC. Yes, we have that. We talked about that on TWC yesterday. I decided not to be a co-host of the said show for that episode because normally the topics really don't interest me, but it's how it works. But overall, the Talk with Sen episode was very interesting. They were playing Lamau as SMB with Minecraft. Yeah, they were playing Minecraft with Lamau SMP server, and pretty much it's what you can expect and what you can do in Lamau SMP. And of course, as usual, our co-host Geometric is cursing. I mean, some co-hosts are cursing as expected in TWC. So I wasn't really surprised to hear the cursing in TWC because it is what you expect with Talk with Sen and my Tulugan. So yeah. Whenever when I do hear that TWC is a friendly, I really don't think so because of co-host involvement. Yes, I respect DJ Sen, that our fellow cool DJ, and a former koolNews anchor, that he uses clean language as much as he does. As much as he can. But other co-hosts like Geometric, Momon, you can expect them to curse during the show. So that's why in my own belief, I really don't think Talk with Sen is a family-friendly show. And I'm very sorry to say this because, it really should be restricted. It's not restricted. It really should be suitable only for, you heard that right. 15 years and above, I think. Depending on the severity of what they talk about in Talk with Sen. But so there's that. That's just my take, That's just my take as a station manager on koolFM because, again, already on TVH, it's already on TVH, it's rated 15, and I wouldn't be too surprised if it's SPG on TVH. So, I wouldn't be too surprised if it's TVH on I wouldn't be too surprised if it's SPG on TVH for Talk with Sen. So, there you go. Alright, so, once again, yesterday's episode, for me, they were cursing a lot, except Sen, But yeah, I really don't think Talk with Sen should be a family show. No offense to DJ Sen, but if if the co-hosts are gonna join, you shouldn't say that this should be family friendly. I really don't think it's family friendly in my opinion. But yes, there's that. Anyways, let's get into today's mornings, starting with what's happening in the lifestyle as usual. And yes, I am hosting the show while I am finishing my school assignment as we speak. Woo! I am currently finishing my assignment. Yes, you heard that right. I'm currently finishing my assignment, and I have to submit my school assignment before the deadline, which is apparently later at noon. So I have to get that done. Either way, let's begin. Let me go ahead and open my other brief window so I can screen share that one there. Let's go do the screen share. Hopefully we are good to go. There it is. Okay, now let's go to lifestyle.inquirer.net. Let's start your mornings. What's happening in the lifestyle? So let's get to that now. Okay, well, powder rooms, 10 moments, 4 ways. Okay, well, I will go with 10 moments proving the Paris Olympics goes beyond sports because this looks interesting to read this one. So let's read this together, shall we? Alright, here it is. So this is coming from Lifestyle Inquirer, and this is our today's topic where we are going to hold on. Where is it? Yeah, I'm didn't expect a lot there. But anyways, so yeah, this is our today's lifestyle topic where we will cover top 10 Paris Olympics moments go beyond sports. So here it is. Huang Bouquet comforts a disappointed E.G. Albino. So that's on. That's sweet. So something that, sorry about the notification. I'm just gonna go ahead and mute my phone real quick. There you go. Okay, so let's continue here. So look at this one. Huang Bouquet comforts a disappointed E.J. Obiena. So, yeah. So, yeah, look at that. Very comforting, and it's very sweet to see them comforting each other. So yeah, it's okay if you lose. You can always do better next time. That's what I'm going to say to that guy. So yeah, you can always do better. That's the thing. You can always do better. If you make mistakes, I'm pretty sure you will learn from the mistakes and you're going to do better. So that's always a good thing. So what happened was Albino fell short of the bronze medal after failing to clear the 5.95 meters. So he said, "I apologize. I promise I'm gonna go back up to Tokyo and do better. I did. I didn't change in my book. I still came up short. I am really sorry. I apologize for it." So sadly, he didn't aim for the bronze material, but he finished at 11th place. But I'd say I am proud of what he did. I am very proud of, excuse me, what he did. But it's okay. He did good. He tried. He did good. So, good job to these two there. Next one is Simon Biles, Jordan Chiles, bow to Rebecca Andrade. So, look at that. Two of the athletes are bowing each other for Rebecca Andere, because what she did, she was proud of it, and both of the both of the girls actually, these two athletes have silver and bronze medal, but that girl, right here, I mean, she's been defeated, but she still managed to bow to that athlete, so it's nice to see that. Excuse me again. Excuse me. Okay, there you go. But yeah, very proud moments there. Next one, Britain's Harry Hepworth congratulates our country's Carlos Yulo. So yes, I really agree what they said. The Philippines' greatest Olympian, because what he did it. And look at him. Both of them actually. Harry Hepworth. They were showing up in the photo you saw. They were showing a peace sign, and you saw Carlos standing up, I think. But man, this is amazing. So yeah, you be proud of yourself, both of you, Harry Hepworth and Carlos Yulo, because for Carlos Yulo, you really represented the Philippines. You showed the history to the Philippines. We are proud of you, man. We are proud of you. And Harry, you did good. Congratulations, man. You did good. You did good. You did good. And also, I forgot to mention, they were sure to give the 24-year-old his flower. So yeah, he did give his flower. So that's nice. And nobody saw this coming, as both Korea teams, South and North, were taking a selfie together. Like, look at them. Look how beautiful they are. Like, yeah, I'm not kidding. Look how beautiful they are. Like, China, North, South Korea, they're taking photos together, and this is really insane. Like, I have to gonna be honest here with judging from the judging from the photo there, they look really neat. Yeah, they really look nice, and I have to say, judging from the photo, they're friendly. So it's good. It's good to see them. They're very friendly with them, and I really have to say they're really good. So that would be remembered for sure. And if you wonder who are them, well, you have South Korean bronze medalist Lim Jong-hoon and Shin Yubin, along with China's Wang Chu Quinn and Sun Yin Cha, and Ri Jong-suk and Kim Yong. So again, they look really cute. They look really cute. They're adorable. They're really adorable. I love it. I love it. Next, the Olympic best friends meet again. So remember when they did remember when both made headlines? They did the gold medals. Well, they got into together again when they experienced something, and this is a video right here.
You can continue with the jump off. Can we have two bolts? It's possible. It depends if you decide on.
Oh, look at that! This is insane, huh? This is insane. If you look there, that what you just saw in the first seconds, they met together again. That's really cool. That was really cool, to be fair. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I loved it. So yeah, I have to say that what I have to say so far is that, yeah, they're adorable. Next, Brazil's Ramirez and Arjudo Fossard carries Angola's Albertina Casoma. So look at them. Oh, dang. And yes, we are looking at the top 10 moments of Paris Olympics as in 2 days or a day, I think, Paris Olympics will have its closing ceremony, and I don't know how this closing ceremony works since I don't watch Olympics, but I'm still interested in looking at the moments, how they do here. But yeah, so look at them. They're carrying another moments for them. So let's read this one here. Another laudable moment of Olympic sportsmanship, Brazil's Tamires Arujo for soccer was seen carrying Albertina Casoma off the handball court after the Angolan captain had an apparent knee injury. The two know each other well as they also play in the Romanian Handball League, with Fossart and Gloria Bistrita and Casoma in rival club Rapid Bucharest. She said, "Thank you very much, my friend. Only you could lift me up. I was very hurt." She said Foster after the incident. So, man, they were it's good that they're helping each other. Nice, huh? Next, New Zealand's Hayden Wilde, gracious in defeat, honors Britain's Alex Lee. So, knowing athletes for all the competitors know when to give the winning competitor their flowers. Despite losing out on the gold medal, New Zealand's Hayden Wilde was seen sitting with Britain's Alex Lee as he too watched the ongoing race. And that's the best way to support your athletes. And now we are getting into the last few here. Selina Piha of Hay, left right there, of Kino People's Democratic Republic. So injuries are common in sports and athletes. That's what we can agree to. And athletes know all too well the pain and frustration in parts. On the first day of the women's 100-meter event, Lao People's Democratic Republic's flag bearer, Selina Piha Papay, rushed to Sudan's Lucia Morris after scrambling to an injury during the spine. So, dang. Again, they're helping the athletes. That's good to help them, especially if you are willing to support, even whether you're supporting your colleagues or your countries. It's always good to help your athletes. And same thing can be said for your friends, family. If you see someone suffering there, help them. Go help them. Just do your thing and help them. And the ironic metal bite, of course. Yes, the ironic metal bite. So we saw this together. We saw Carlos Vilo biting her gold medal because again he was proud of his medal. And now we look at the rest. China's Jihu Kurin, Alice D. Amato, and Manila Esposito, all of them are biting their medals. So that's really one of the wholesome there. And finally, this is I'm gonna have to admit this one. This is one of the most heartwarming moments I see in the Olympics pictures. Thailand's Rok Anok in Tanon hugs Taiwan's Tai Tesu Ying. So damn. This is what we call this. This is what we call this our best heartwarming moments of Paris Olympics. You don't really get to see much, but this is what we see that is beyond sports, and that's the best thing. What we can learn from this, and how we can apply this to our lives. This is really good, and And looking at two girls hugging each other, it shows that they're cooperative, they're supportive, and they're friendly too. So it's good to help them out together. Again, very good to all of the athletes featured in this article. So, man, you did well. Congratulations, and I really hope you can do better. And I hope this, what you have just saw, I hope that will apply to your life as well. Especially this one, very durable photo you just saw there. But yeah, this should, I would say, this can be applied to your life. So whatever you saw the athletes doing, helping out, whether you're helping out athletes or inspiring from other athletes, this can be applied to your life. And I am really sure you can be one of them. All right, it is now 7:20 in the morning, and we will be getting ready for the early headlines. Yes, early news headlines with koolNews Early Edition right here on Hello Pilipinas. Again, time check 7:20, and we will be right back. Okay, we're
Live
back
from
with Hello
Cool
Pilipinas. Okay, give me a second. I am not in the Roblox, but yes. Let's roll the cool news.
Live from Cool Studios. This is Cool News Early Edition.
Good morning and welcome to Cool News Early Edition. Today is Sunday, August 11, 2024, and we will be here to deliver the news that you need to know and that you might have missed from yesterday and today. Let's start with yesterday's headlines. 2 years after she won the most number of votes for any Filipino for any office in the country, Vice President Sara Duterte's net satisfaction rating dropped to its lowest level, according to the latest survey of the social weather stations. SWS still classified the results as good since 65% of respondents said they were still satisfied with Duterte's performance, while 21% were dissatisfied and 14% were undecided. But the survey conducted from June 22 to July 1 found that her net satisfaction rating of positive 44, meaning satisfied minus the dissatisfied, was her lowest since being elected in 2022. Duterte garnered a net satisfaction rating of positive 73 in October 2022 and later soared to positive 77 in December 2022. But it settled at an average of positive 64.5 throughout 2023. Last March, her net satisfaction rating was at positive 64. Compared with the March 2024 survey, Duterte's gross satisfaction decreased by 10 percentage points from 75%, while her net satisfaction rating fell by 19 points from very good, positive 63, to good. The survey also found that the Duterte's net satisfaction rating dropped among urban and rural areas, age groups, genders, graduates, and non-graduates compared with the March 2024 survey. Duterte's net satisfaction rating fell in Luzon outside of Metro Manila from positive 55 to positive 31, and Visayas from positive 69 to positive 47, both from very good to good. It also fell in Metro Manila from positive 49 to positive 32, both good, while it remained excellent in Mindanao from positive 80 to positive 73. Among age groups, the Vice President's net satisfaction rating also fell among those 25 to 34-year-olds from excellent, positive 34, to very good, positive 59. 55 years old and above from very good, positive 57, to moderate, positive 27. 18 to 24-year-olds from positive 65 to positive 37, and 45 to 54 years old from positive 61 to positive 42, both from very good to good. It changed slightly from positive 62 to positive 59, both very good among the 34 to 44-year-olds. Duterte's net satisfaction also fell among college graduates from positive 62 to positive 40, junior high graduates from positive 64 to 43, and elementary graduates from positive 60 to positive 42, all from very good to good, while it fell among non-elementary graduates from positive 65 to positive 54, both at very good levels. By local, Duterte's net satisfaction in both rural and urban areas was good at positive 46 and positive 42 respectively. It, however, fell by 22 points from very good, positive 68 in rural areas, and 16 points from very good, positive 58 in urban areas. Duterte received a very good net satisfaction rating from women at positive 50 and good among men at positive 37. Her net satisfaction fell by 17 points among women and 21 points from among men. On June 19, before the survey period, Duterte resigned as Secretary of the Department of Education DepEd and as Vice Chair of the National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict. Beyond Duterte's apparent fallout with members of the Marcos administration, She has been criticized for her alleged lack of expertise as an educator handling DepEd, as well as her silence on China's maritime aggression in the West Philippine Sea. The survey also included other top officials whose ratings improved compared to previous surveys. The survey reported that 64% of adult Filipinos are satisfied with the performance of Senate President Francis Escudero, with 17% dissatisfied and 17% undecided. This gives them a net satisfaction rating of positive 47, which is equivalent to good. This is the first time Escudero was surveyed after taking out as Senate President on May 20, replacing Senator Juan Miguel Subiri. Speaker Martin Romualdez, on the other hand, received a rating of moderate, positive 29, with 53% satisfied, 24% dissatisfied, and 20% undecided. His net satisfaction rating was an improvement from the moderate, positive 13 in March 2024. Chief Justice Alexander Gesmundo, meanwhile, satisfied 51% of Filipinos, while 20% were unsatisfied and 23% undecided. He received a rating of good, positive 32, also another improvement from the moderate, positive 13 he received in March 2024. The Department of Health on Friday ordered all its hospitals in the National Capital Region to activate their leptospirosis surge capacity plan to better respond to the rising number of cases of the disease. In a memorandum, DOH officer in charge Undersecretary Gloria Balboa said that to fast-track referral, all DOH hospitals should utilize common referral forms made available online and update the names and contact details of their referral focal persons with the Health Emergency Management Bureau's Operations Center by August 13. Due to increasing leptospirosis cases in the NCR and in preparation for anticipated increases over the coming days, the ability to respond timely and significantly is being challenged, especially in the augmentation of human and non-human resources, such as the deployment of health workers to serve with these surges and increasing the critical care capacity, Balboa said. The National Kidney and Transplant Institute in Quezon City has experienced an influx of leptospirosis cases. It has 67 admitted patients, including 11 in the pediatric section as of Friday. Its emergency room is also over capacity. The hospital has converted its gymnasium into the leptospirosis ward for 40 patients and plans to open another ward for 50 more. However, it has also used up all its backup beds and several patients are on cots and wheelchairs. While it could accommodate more patients, the NKTI said it would need more staff, so it has requested for additional 20 nurses and 10 internal medicine doctors from the DOH. It has also called for volunteer nurses. Dr. Romina Dangyolan, NKTI director, said the NKTI has reached out to other hospitals such as the East Avenue Medical Center in Quezon City and Dr. Jose N. Rodriguez Memorial Hospital in Santorium in Caloocan City to admit some of the leptospirosis patients. The Philippine Red Cross has also deployed a nursing team and volunteers to NKTI to help strengthen the hospital's workforce. In a public advisory on Friday, the DOH has designated hotlines in its Metro Manila and Central offices for the coordination and referral of leptospirosis cases. The DOH reported 67 leptospirosis cases nationwide from July 14 to July 27. It said as of July 27, the total number of leptospirosis cases for the year was 1,444, with 162 deaths. Then Gillian said leptospirosis cases peak in September and October, when typhoons usually occur. She said leptospirosis cases start getting referred to the NKTI 2 weeks after floods. Members of the University of the Philippines community on Saturday condemned an agreement between the State University and the Armed Forces of the Philippines for joint initiatives and sharing of expertise in national security and education. Declaration of cooperation was signed on August 8 by UP Vice President for Academic Affairs Leo Bilan and AFP Chief General Romel Barredo Jr. to strengthen the partnership between the university and the military in key areas, including strategic studies and educational outreach. In separate posts on its Facebook and Instagram accounts, which it had taken down without explanation, the AFP said the declaration signified the military's commitment to advancing national security while fostering intellectual growth and innovation. It is expected to facilitate various initiatives, including joint research projects, academic programs, and community engagement activities with the aim of strategically aligning resources and expertise between the AFP and UP, the AFP said. A copy of the agreement has not been published on the official websites of the AFP and UP when last checked at 8 p.m. on Saturday. For the concerned university members, the declaration could undermine the academic freedom UP has exposed throughout its 160-year history. UP purportedly champions fearless scholarship and critical thinking, but its administration now wants to strategically align its resources and expertise with a coercive institution that we all know has been accused countless times by local and international human rights watchdog groups of trampling on civil liberties in its purported counter-insurgency campaigns and attacks on government critics and dissents, said a joint statement by the university's secretary Riggins, representing faculty, students, and personnel kasama sa UP and Defend UP Network. Worst, they pointed out the agreement would make UP complicit to human rights violations and political oppression. It also essentially legitimizes ongoing suppression of critical voices and progressive initiatives within the university that the military deems inimical to its notion of national security, they added, referring to the military's red tagging and counterinsurgency measures against student activists. They also cried foul at this latest undemocratic action by the UP leadership under University President Angelo Jimenez for not consulting the university community. Jimenez assumed office in February last year. This is most despicable and should merit the strongest condemnation from the students, faculty, staff, and other community members, including all university councils and all constituent universities, the three Red Gangs, and the other groups, Stevens said. UP and the AFP have had an antagonistic relationship for decades, but this was managed under the 1982 Southern and Rail Accord, which barred the military and the police from entering any of the UP campuses without approval from the school officials to protect the university's student rights, freedom of expression, and academic freedom. This was later reaffirmed by the 1989 UP Department of National Defense Accord, signed by then Defense Secretary Fidel Ramos and UP President Jose Abueva. The accord prevents any military or police interference in any of the UP campuses without prior notice to the UP administration. But in January 2021, the Secretary Delphine Lorenzana unilaterally scrapped the 1989 agreement, saying it was being used by communist rebels and their supporters to prevent law enforcement from operating against them on UP campuses. He abrogated the agreement so that the defense establishment could perform its legal mandate of protecting our youth against CPP-NPA, or known as Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, recruitment activities whose design and purpose is seek to destroy the democracy we have all fought for. In his letter to then UP President Danilo Concepcion, Lorenzana cited recent events in which a number of UP students were tagged as members of the CPP-NPA. This was met by stiff resistance from the UP community, including the Office of the Student Regent, which denounced the action. as an attempt to encroach on our academic freedoms and remove safe spaces from our campuses. Concepcion, who joined the protests at the time, said Lorenzana's move was a nightmare. On the same day declaration was signed, Prospero de Villa III, who co-chairs the UP Board of Regents with the UP President, told on congressional budget hearing that the Commission on Higher Education, or CHED, which he chairs, is a member of the National Task Force to end local communities on conflict. Dr. Vera said that the list of agencies included in the task force had been expanded and that additional members were sworn into office by the President recently, including CHED. That's why I am the member of the NTF ALCAC, he said. Kapadan Representative Lowell Manuel questioned the legal basis for expanding the NTF ALCAC membership and why the government did not publicize any amendment or guidelines to the Duterte administration's Executive Order No. 70 that created the Anti-Communist Task Force, which has been identified by critics as a spearhead of the red tagging campaign. Where is it in the mandate of CHED that it could cooperate with this kind of task force? He asked during the budget hearing. In response, De Vera said the mandate included disseminating information about government programs. If the agencies have requests or some activities which need funding, we mobilize the higher education institutions to be venues for information dissemination by government agencies, he said. And Chinese fighter jets recently made a dangerous move against a Philippine Air Force plane, firing flares into its path as it was flying over Panadoc's Scarborough Shoal in the West Philippine Sea, the Philippine military chief said on Saturday. General Mel Bronner Jr. condemned the provocative actions of the People's Liberation Army Air Force, saying it endangered the lives of our personnel undertaking maritime security operations on the twin-prop NC-212I plane over the shoal, also called Bajo de Masilog, around 9 a.m. on August 8. The two Chinese multi-role combat jets executed a dangerous maneuver and dropped flares in the path of our NC-212I, according to Brunner. The incident posed a threat to Philippine Air Force aircraft and its crew, interfere with lawful flight operations in airspace within Philippine sovereignty and jurisdiction, and contravene international law and regulations governing safety of aviation, he said. The crew and the PAF aircraft returned unharmed to Clark Air Base about an hour later. China has controlled Panatac, a traditional Filipino fishing ground about 220 kilometers west of Zambales province, since 2012 after a 2-month standoff with the Philippine Navy. There was no immediate response from the Armed Forces of the Philippines officials who were asked by the Inquirer on whether it was the first time that Chinese combat jets fired flares close to PAF planes. In separate incidents in 2019, 2021, and 2023, the Chinese fired flares from several artificial islands they had built in the West Philippine Sea as PAF patrol planes approached. In May this year, a Chinese fighter jet fired flares also in the path of an Australian military helicopter. Australia's Defense Minister Richard Marles denounced the action, saying it was unsafe and it is completely unacceptable. Brothers said the AFP reported the incident to the Department of Foreign Affairs and concerned government agencies. We reaffirm our commitment to exercise our rights in accordance with international law, particularly ULOS, or United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, and the Chicago Convention on Aviation Safety, he said. There are no immediate comments from the FDA or the other agencies concerned with the country's maritime domain regarding the actions of the Chinese Air Force. The firing of the flares by the Chinese follows a recent agreement between Manila and Beijing for an unmolested delivery of essential supplies to Filipino troops, manning the BRB Sierra Madre, the crumbling Philippine Navy warship serving as an AFP outpost at Ayukin Secretariat Shoal. China's Air Force jets harassed the PAF plane as one of its survey ships lingered in the West Philippine Sea, waters within the country's 370-kilometer exclusive economic zone. After sailing from Escoda, Sabina Shoal, and Panganiban Mischief Reef, the Chinese survey vessel Keishu Sanhao was spotted in the southern part of the research reach Recto Reef Bank, according to U.S. maritime expert Ray Powell. In a post on X on Friday night, Powell, who is the director of Sea Light, a program of Stanford University's Gordon Knox Center for National Security Innovation that tracks Chinese activities in the West Philippine Sea, said the 74-meter Chinese ship entered the waters in the vicinity of Recto Bank around 10:30 p.m. on Thursday. The shallow seamount, about 270 kilometers west of El Nido in Palawan province and well within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, is believed to be rich in gas and oil deposits. On August 6, Rear Admiral Roy Vincent Trinidad, the Philippine Navy spokesperson, said that they have been monitoring the Chinese survey ship in the West Philippine Sea. According to the Department of Foreign Affairs, there has been no request from the Chinese ship to survey the area, Trinidad said. He told reporters that the Chinese survey vessel was doing a suspicious zigzag movement, unlike ships making an innocent passage through another country's waters. It is not normal for a ship to be there or a fishing vessel to be there, and her track is not continuous and expeditious, Trinidad said. What type of survey? That remains to be seen. In May this year, the AFP also observed 3 other Chinese research vessels making an unauthorized entry into the West Philippine Sea, while a similar ship was also seen loitering on the eastern side of the archipelago. The 3 Chinese research vessels were also sighted at Ayungin. In March this year, Chinese research vessels were also spotted in waters of the Philippine Rights. President Marcos expressed great concern at that time, saying that the Chinese research ship's presence there was a clear intrusion into our Philippine maritime territory. Data from the AFP showed that 122 Chinese vessels, including 3 Chinese warships, swarmed various parts of the West Philippine Sea from July 30 to August 5. It said 12 China Coast Guard ships and 106 Chinese maritime military vessels were also swarming those areas. And that's the first gap of koolNews Early Edition, and we will continue with our morning headlines later in the second gap of koolNews Early Edition, that is in the next hour of Hello Pilipinas, along with the cool weather forecast. It is now 7:51 in the morning, and we will get ready for the next hour of Hello Pilipinas. So yes, again, it is 7:51, and Hello Pilipinas will be right back.
Live
exactly 8 o'clock. And if you have just joined our morning show right here, well, a fairly good morning to you all and welcome to Hello Pilipinas. It is Sunday, August 11, 2024, and we will be here to share the latest lifestyle and entertainment happenings right here on Hello Pilipinas, along with the early morning headlines right here on koolNews Early Edition on this show. All right, so now continue with the let's continue with the hold on. Let's continue with what's happening in the lifestyle. Let's see if there's anything interesting to cover. And then afterwards we will cover the entertainment. And anyway, we'll save that for the last. Okay, so here it is. This is interesting. Wait, why am I opening this on my main? Whoops, that should not happen. Let me put that on my other window here. Okay, there we go. Hopefully that will sort this out. Now let's do the screen share. Alright, there we go. Let's continue with our lifestyle, and this is again coming from Lifestyle Inquirer, Inquirer Lifestyle. So, 4 ways athletes sabotage their own race. Yes, this is what we're going to learn today. Overcoming self-sabotage and learning from failures are crucial steps for self-improvement. We can say this one because we will agree with this one. As this is important whenever you are taking these mistakes as your lessons, this is a must. It's not unusual to spend months, if not years, training for an event. Whether it be a marathon, triathlon, or even a shorter event like a 10,000 run or 10K run, there are times when the results don't give justice to the hundreds of hours we put in. We can use all the clinches like gun with them all or try harder next time. But the fact of the matter is, if we don't try to learn from such setbacks, it's hard to improve. There is that sentence here, guys. If we don't try to learn from such setbacks, it's hard to improve. There you go. So this is what we're going to learn today here on Hello Pilipinas. We have to learn from our mistakes so we don't waste our efforts. Truth be told, I have my fair share of failures, yet the team used the term failure with a grain of salt, as I know these are all part of the game and that we can treat them as a learning experience. I agree with this one. I agree with what they're saying. So here are the tips that you need to know so you can learn without necessarily falling into the same trap. So this is for sports, but some of the things can also be applied other than sports. So let's begin. Underhydrating. This is the number one common mistake. There you go. I wasn't gonna say it. I was right. I was right to say that because I saw the sentence that said it is the most common mistake. I was right. So here it is. This is probably the most common mistake people make. Whether you're a newbie or veteran, hydrating while during a race is difficult. In training, we often find it more convenient to stop, refill our water bottles, or take extended hydration breaks between sets. However, on race day, we are at the mercy of the aid stations. Not only are hydration stations far apart, generally 1 to 1.5 kilometers between each other at best, these stations usually only offer half-filled cups. This poses a problem when you have races lasting more than an hour. At first, dehydration might not be evident, but all of a sudden, heart rate goes up, intensity goes down and you're struggling significantly. If left unchecked, this can lead to cramping, lightheadedness, and even hip stress. So that's the common mistake that they make. So remember, 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 you have to stay hydrated if you are running if you're running or doing any other sport activities, you must stay hydrated. So here's the tip from them. Bring a water bottle or hydration belt during hot and or humid race. Aim for at least 800 milliliter per hour and increase if you're a heavy sweater or the conditions are more adverse than usual. So there you go. Next, overpacing. Nothing beats the thrill and excitement of race day. You feel the energetic atmosphere and the competitive switch turns on once the gun goes off. For the first few minutes, you feel inevitable as everyone surges through the start line. Unfortunately, reality kicks in and you feel the legs get heavier, breathing is labored, and your dreams of smashing a PR start to fade. You probably push harder than you should. So yeah, I'll say this: don't push too hard if you can't do it. If you can't do it, then don't force yourself. We can't expect our subs to hold a pace that we already struggle with in training. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule. That sudden rush of adrenaline, the well-designed taper, and sometimes that comparative push tends to eke out numbers that are somewhat out of the ordinary for us. Yet, more often than not, we need to be a little bit more conservative, especially early in the race. Going too hard too soon is a recipe for disaster, as it just makes the rest of the race unnecessarily difficult. And we don't want that. Now, here's a tip here, another tip. Do a proper warm-up and start conservatively. And start conservatively. Gradually build into your race effort and save some energy for a final kick. It helps to dial in your numbers if you want to be scientific about it. There you go. That's the tip number 2. Next, under or over feeling. Yes, another mistake. There's that, and this is what the team said. I have my athletes practice their race nutrition and training. They don't do it every session, but there are key workouts where they need to recreate what they will take on race day. It's good for, now let's get into the main part. It's a good way for us to correct any mistakes, adjust the timing, amount, and type of fuel, and to train the gut to absorb carbohydrates. However, on race day, things can still go wrong. Usually, getting distracted is a common issue. Some forget to take their gas or drinks. Getting too engrossed in the event can cause them to misfire on the nutrition timing. This can potentially lead to a performance decline towards the latter half. Another problem is that some are overzealous and load up more than they should. A classic issue is taking a gulp with a sports drink. Of course, athletes do have their own sports drink. This means you get too many carbs in your gut such that your body starts to reject it. It often results in bloating, vomiting, or even LBM. And I can't tell what that means. We'll get into that later. Similarly, some take the correct amount of carbs but fail to hydrate enough. This poses the same problem with a dense, oversaturation concentration of carbohydrates in your stomach. So now let's get into tip number 3. Practice and execute your nutrition plan, but still be flexible. There are times when our body just won't absorb the same stuff we usually take in. This can be due to stress, intensity, dehydration, heat exhaustion, etc. Nonetheless, it's as simple as dialing back on the fuel, taking more water, and letting things settle down. Sometimes eating something solid can help as well. For long events, especially trail alarms, and now this is the last one. This is an important one, actually. Not acclimating for the event. That's another problem. For long events, especially triathlons, our bodies get shocked with the heat and humidity we encounter during the latter parts of the race. Our bodies, unfamiliar with the temperatures we are essentially exposed to, work overtime to cool our bodies. This results in less blood flow to our muscles, a significant dip in performance, increased sweat rates, and even higher rates of glycogen or carbohydrate utilization with lower rates of carbohydrate absorption. The end result, as you would expect, is disastrous. So, what's the commenter? Heat training. And what does that mean? It is heat training is the most common term for acclimating to the temperature or humidity of the race, and it can be achieved multiple ways. That's the next one. Now, it doesn't have to be this way, huh? It doesn't have to be this way. We can acclimate to the temperature humidity at least to a certain degree. Heat training is the most common term for this, and it can be achieved multiple ways, as we said it. Spending half an hour running midday, going to a heat chamber, working out without a fan, or putting on extra layers are all methodologies. Ultimately, the goal is to stress our body, but not beyond its breaking point. The trick is to introduce it gradually, find that sweet spot, and to recover between bumps. Contrary to popular belief, you don't have to heat train all the time. It's most beneficial to do it as your age race draws closer. And finally, the last tip, there are gadgets that allow you to monitor your core temperature, such as the core body temperature sensor. When we first brought it into the country, we were surprised with how useful the data could be. Not only can you keep track of how your body acclimates, you can also find the best effort intensity that will allow you to adapt. Lastly, on race day, you can make adjustments on the fly so you don't blow out. There you go. So that's 4 common problems that where athletes can sabotage, and by making 4 common mistakes, you can be one of them, and you don't want to be part of that, right? So that's why we have shared some of the tips that can help you avoid these 4 common mistakes. So yes. So hopefully, you guys, if you are into, well, fitness, if you're a person who is into, well, fitness, this is a must. This is a must. So there you go. Hopefully that covers up, and hopefully you have learned from this. So that should hopefully brighten up your mornings. If and up to the show, you will probably be running outside, or you will be exercising outside right up to the show probably. So hopefully this will help you out. All right, it is now 8:14 in the morning, and we will get into the entertainment happenings that is next on Hello Pilipinas. So stick around. We will be right back. 8:14 in the morning. 8:42 in the morning, and you're still with us right here on Hello Pilipinas. And now let's get into the entertainment happenings. So this time I will be doing it on my phone because I need to get my college assignment done before the deadline, which is at noon time. Yes, so then I have to get it done soon. Okay, so let's go to my phone and use Samsung Internet. I refuse to disable. Okay, so yes, let's see what are the latest. Oh yes, we have to talk about Susan Wojcicki. Yes, we have to talk about Susan Wojcicki, guys. Okay, let's begin with this very unfortunate news. Susan Wojcicki, who served as CEO of YouTube for 9 years during a period of massive growth for the video platform and was one of Google's first hires, died on Friday, August 9. She was age 56. Wojcicki's death after a 2-year fight with cancer was announced by her husband, Dennis Tropper, in a public post Friday evening on Facebook. It is with profound sadness that I share the news of Susan Wojcicki passing. My beloved wife of 26 years and mother to our 5 children left us today after 2 years of living with non-small cell lung cancer, Topper wrote in the post. Susan was not just my best friend and partner in life, but a brilliant mind, a loving mother, and a dear friend to many. Her impact on our family and the world was immeasurable. We are heartbroken but grateful for the time we had with her. Please keep our family in your thoughts as we navigate this difficult time. Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google and Alphabet, in a tribute posted on X, unbelievably saddened by the loss of my dear friend Susan Wojcicki after 2 years of living with cancer. She is as core to the history of Google as anyone, and it's hard to imagine the world without her. Pichai continued, she was an incredible person, leader, and friend who had a tremendous impact on the world, and I'm one of countless Googlers who is better for knowing her. We will miss her dearly. Our thoughts with her family. R.I.P. Susan. Wojcicki joined Google in 1999 as the 16th employee, becoming the search engine's first marketing executive and going on to become one of the most prominent women leaders in Silicon Valley. Co-founders Larry Page and Sergey Brin initially ran the company out of her garage in Menlo Park, California, which Wojcicki had rented out to the duo before Google secured office space. In 2005, Wojcicki led the launch of Google Video, and in 2006, she oversaw the internet company's $1.65 billion purchase of YouTube, a then flagging rival video uploads website. Among other accomplishments, she cut the company's first deals to license search technology and led the initial development of Google's image search. In February 2014, Wojcicki was named YouTube's CEO. Google's appointment of Wojcicki, one of the company's most senior executives, reflected how important the video platform had become to its advertising business. She stepped down as CEO of YouTube in February 2023 while remaining an advisor to the company. In a memo to staff at the time, Wojcicki said she was exiting as head of YouTube to start a new chapter focused on my family, health, and personal projects I am passionate about. As head of YouTube, Wojcicki pushed to build out the platform's expansion onto internet-connected TVs, angling to win a bigger share of ad dollars from traditional television networks. At a time when TV is losing audience, YouTube is growing in every region, on every screen, he said in 2016 at YouTube's Bandcast event for marketers. Wojcicki was forced to reckon with an advertiser boycott the following year in response to ads on YouTube that run with objectionable content including terrorism and hate speech videos, which prompted the platform to implement stricter brand safety policies. Under Wojcicki's leadership, Google launched Google TV, which had more than 8 million customers as of early 2024 and the US biggest streaming pay TV service. Stealing share from traditional cable and satellite operators, in February 2022, the company scored a 7-year, multi-billion-dollar deal with the NFL to making YouTube the exclusive US retailer of the Sunday Ticket out-of-market games package. In 2015, the platform debuted a Netflix-style streaming service called YouTube Red. Stocked with original shows and movies, but that didn't pan out, and YouTube eventually shut down its original programming initiative. Wojcicki was a vocal advocate for employers to offer generous family benefits, particularly paid maternity leave. In 2015, she was named a Variety Flower of Woman honoree, highlighting her literacy charity Room to Read. At YouTube, it's been an opportunity for me to be able to help other women, she told Variety at the time. I see the potential that women have, and I enjoyed being a mentor, figuring the best way for them to balance work with family. Neil Marhan, who succeeded Wojcicki as YouTube CEO, said he would had a the good fortune of meeting Susan 17 years ago when she was the architect of the DoubleClick acquisition, the ad tech company where he had been an executive. Her legacy lives on in everything she touched, Google and YouTube, Marhan wrote on X. I'm forever grateful for her friendship and guidance. I'll miss her tremendously. My heart goes out to her family and loved ones. In her multiple roles at Google, Wojcicki had overseen product management of AdSense, Google Book Search, and Google Video, as well as the syndication of the company's products. Prior to Google, she worked at Intel, Brain & Co., and RB Rubber & Co. Wojcicki was born on July 5, 1968 in Santa Clara, California. Her father, Stanley Wojcicki, was a physics professor at Stanford, and her mother, Esther Wojcicki, was a teacher. She graduated from Harvard in 1990 with a bachelor's degree in history and literature before earning a master's in economics at the University of California, Santa Cruz in 1993. She received an MBA from the UCLA Anderson School of Management in 1998. Wojcicki married Tropper, who currently works at Google as a director of product management, on August 23, 1998. On behalf of koolFM team, the Hello Pilipinas family, and koolNews team, we send our heartfelt condolences to Wojcicki family who are not suffering, that's not the right term, but who are grieving their loss of Susan Wojcicki. So again, on behalf of koolFM, Hello Pilipinas, and koolNews, we send our heartfelt condolences to Wojcicki family, and I hope they will, not that I hope, but and let's remember that this woman has changed YouTube, Google, all of that. Google and YouTube, she changed today, and it's here today. So whatever Susan Wojcicki contributed, it's important to remember her contributions. And yes, let's all remember that what she did was good, and sometimes what she did was bad, but still, mostly she did everything right. So again, our remembrance goes to her. So thank you, Susan Wojcicki, for what you do with Google and YouTube, for making the best YouTube video platform out there. And yes, and thank you, and thanks for making Google one of the most dominant search engine that made its history today, especially especially with the advertising industry, that helped a lot. So yes, thank you, Susan Wojcicki, for what you do here. On behalf of koolFM, Hello Pilipinas family, and koolNews team. And now, finally, getting into the global showbiz. Miss Grand Philippines 2024 final screening is set to be scheduled on August 29. The country's quest for the elusive Golden Crown continues with the selection of Miss Grand Philippines 2024 candidates later this month. The ladies who will compete for the right to represent the nation in this year's edition of the Miss Grand International Pageant. The search is on for the Miss Grand Philippines 2024. Save the date because the long wait is finally over. Miss Grand Philippines announces its final screening for its latest batch of aspiring queens on August 29, 2024, Thursday at Okada, Manila. The national pageant posted on social media on Friday, August 9. It's going to be a grand spectacle filled with excitement and anticipation as we search for our next Miss Grand Philippines. Whether you're a seasoned pageant veteran or a first-time applicant, this is your chance to take the spotlight and make a lasting impression on the global pageant stage. The post continued. The pageant said it is looking for ladies who are the epitome of beauty, charisma, and talent, as well as a passion for advocacy and social responsibility, and invited interested individuals to download the application form via a link. Applicants must accomplish the application form and submit it with their full body, swimsuit, and close-up photos via email at info@lvpageantcircle.org. There you go. So that's the entertainment news, including Susan Wojcicki that we have covered earlier. So that summarizes everything. What are the entertainment happenings right here? It is now 8:34 in the morning. Actually, it is now 8:35. Actually, yep, I spoke too soon. It is 8:35 in the morning, and we will now get into the second gap of koolNews early edition when we return here on Hello Pilipinas. 8:35 in the morning. It is 8:35.
Live from Cool Studios, this is koolNews Early Edition.
Welcome back to koolNews Early Edition, part of Hello Pilipinas. It is 8:43 in the morning. Let's continue where we left off that we might not have covered. Let's continue now. The Sangguniang has found two former executives of the defunct Technology Resource Center guilty of graft and malversion of public funds for the unlawful transfer of around 20 million pesos worth of barbarel to three non-governmental organizations NGOs in 2007. Dennis Cunanan, who served as TRC Deputy Director General, was convicted on all four counts of each of graft and malversation, while Maria Rosalinda Laksamana, the agency's program manager, was convicted on three counts each of graft and malversation. Also convicted was Rollo Inacio, the executive director of Dr. Adolfo A. Inacio Senior Foundation Incorporated, one of the three NGOs tapped by TRC to carry out the proposed livelihood projects under the Priority Development Assistance Fund of former Manila Representative Joy Lizon. Based on supposedly endorsed DRAISFI and another NGO, Magpakailanman Foundation Incorporated, to receive 5 million pesos as project implementers. The other NGO, Kabalikat sa Kalugsugan at Kalularan Foundation Incorporated, received a much bigger funding at 10 million pesos. According to the August 8 decision by the Anti-Graft Court Second Division, the three NGOs did not go through proper accreditation required under Commission on Audit Rules, and the three NGOs did not implement the projects although they received the funds. The Sangguniang pointed to Cunanan as the facilitator of the illegal transfer of his son's PDAF by selling the disbursement vouchers. And Security and Exchange Commission is warning you to beware of the so-called BBM firm. The Securities and Exchange Commission has warned the public against a company that entices potential investors without the necessary permits and whose corporate name mimics President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. initials and words associated with his administration. The SEC on Saturday said the corporate registration of Bagong Bansang Maharlika, BBM International Incorporated, had been revoked since November last year for illegal investment solicitation. According to the corporate watchdog, BBM International collected membership fees from residents of local communities and promised to provide food, free education, free hospitalization, and cash assistance to Filipinos aged 1 year old and above. The company also used Marcos photos in its marketing materials, creating a false impression that its programs are legitimate and sanctioned by the current administration, the SEC said in a statement. The commission revoked the company's permit in November 2023, 3 months after SEC gave it a warning. However, the SEC found out that BBM International continued to be active in parts of the Visayas and Mindanao despite the revocation order. Under Section 28 of Republic Act No. 8799 or the Securities Regulation Code, those who sell securities without the necessary permits face up to 5 million pesos in fines or imprisonment of up to 21 years or both. And now, as we get into the headlines from around the world, Emergency crews on Saturday recovered 50 bodies from the site of a plane crash in Brazil's São Paulo state that killed all 62 people aboard, as authorities sifted through the blackened wreckage to try to determine what caused the plane's dramatic plunge. Videos showed the ATR 72-500 plane at a sickening downward spin Friday before it crashed into a residential area in the town of Vinhedo, some 80 kilometers 50 miles northwest of São Paulo City. The plane, falling almost vertically, landed on its body and exploded in flames, striking with such force that it was nearly flattened, said Paulo Fire Lieutenant Olivia Peroni Caso. The Vobas airline said there were 62 people on board, not 61 as it had reported earlier. All 62 were Brazilian, the airline said, though at least one was apparently a dual citizen. Portugal's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said Saturday on X that one of its citizens was among the victims. There were no casualties on the ground. The Fury crash transformed the plane's fuselage into a mass of twisted metal, and the steady overhead night complicated the recovery efforts by some 200 workers. So far, 50 bodies have been removed from the scene of the accident, and 2 have already been identified through fingerprints, the São Paulo state government said. Vinhedo Mayor Dario Pacheco said they were the bodies of the pilot and the co-pilot, with many of the other bodies badly burned. The dead are being transported to São Paulo's main morgue, and investigators were collecting DNA from the victims' relatives to aid identification. The twin-engine turboprop, built by Aviation ATR, was flying from Cascavel in southern Paraná State to São Paulo's Guarulhos International Airport. According to the Flight Radio 24 website, the plane flew for about an hour at 17,000 feet or 5,180 meters until 1:21 p.m. when it began losing altitude at a catastrophic rate. Radar contact was lost at 1:22 p.m., the Brazilian Air Force reported. It said the plane's crew at no time declared an emergency or were under adverse weather conditions. Brazil's Nautical Accidents Investigation and Prevention Center has opened an inquiry into the cause of the crash. Its experts in Brasilia are already analyzing data from 2 black boxes recovered from the wreckage, containing cabin conversations and in-flight data, said the center's chief, Marcelo Moreno. And that's the news headlines that you need to know for koolNews early edition. And before we wrap it up, here is the cool weather forecast from Pagasa weather specialist Grace Castañeda.
Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Ngayon ay August 11, 2024 at narito ang update ukol sa maging lagay ng panahon sa susunod na 24 oras. Patuloy pa rin umiiral ang southwest monsoon o habagat dito sa Luzon, maging sa kanlurang bahagi ng Visayas, kung saan ngayong araw makakaranas pa rin po ng mataas na tsansa ng mga kalat-kalat na pag-ulan, pagkilat at pagkulog itong kanlurang bahagi ng Luzon. So pag-iingat pa rin po para sa ating mga kababayan dyan sa posibilidad ng mga pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. Samantala, sa nalalabing bahagi naman ng ating bansa ay meron pa rin tayong posibilidad ng mga isolated na mga pag-ulan, pagkilat at pagkulog, lalong-lalo na yan sa hapon at gabi dulot ng habagat at ng mga localized thunderstorms. At sa kasalukuyan ay wala po tayong minomonitor or namamataan pa na sama ng panahon na maaari makaapekto dito sa ating bansa. At para nga sa magiging lagay ng panahon ngayong araw ng linggo, maulap na kalangitan at mga kalat-kalat na pagulan pa rin yung mararanasan dito sa Ilocos Region, maging sa bahagi din ng Zambales, Bataan, Occidental Mindoro, maging sa area din ng Palawan, dulot ng habagat. Samantala, dito naman po sa nalalabing bahagi ng Luzon, kasama na dyan ng Metro Manila, ay meron pa rin tayong mararanasan ng mga isolated o yung mga biglaan ng mga pag-ulan, lalong-lalo na po yan sa hapon at gabi, and also this early morning din po is posible po rin tayong makaranas ng mga pag-ulan na ito. Kaya kapag po tayo ay lalabas, huwag pa rin natin kalilimutan yung mga pananggalang natin sa ulan, and also yung ating mga regional offices ay nagpapalabas din ng mga thunderstorm advisories or mga babala ukol sa mga pag-ulan na ito. Agwat ang temperatura sa Metro Manila ay mula 26 to 32 degrees Celsius. Samantala sa buong bahagi naman ng Visayas at Mindanao ngayong araw ay magiging bahagyang maulap hanggang sa maulap ang kalangitan. Meron pa rin po tayong posibilidad ng mga isolated o yung mga biglaan at mga panandali ang pag-ulan, pagkilat at pagulog dulot pa rin yan ng habagat at ng mga localized thunderstorms. And during severe thunderstorms po, posible pa rin tayong makaranas ng mga katamtaman hanggang sa mga malalakas na pagulan na maaari magdulot ng pagbaha at pagguho ng lupa. So pag-iingat pa rin po para sa ating mga kababayan. Agwat ang temperatura sa Cebu ay mula 26 to 33 degrees Celsius at sa Davao naman ay 25 to 33 degrees Celsius. At para naman sa lagay ng dagat baybayin ng ating bansa, wala po tayong nakataas na gale warning kaya malaya makakapalaot yung mga kababayan nating mga isda pati na rin yung may mga maliliit na sasakyang pandagat. Dito sa Metro Manila, ang araw ay sisikat mamayang 5:42 ng umaga at lulubog mamayang 6:21 ng hapon. Patuloy po tayo magantabay sa updates na ipapalabas ng Pag-asa at para sa mas kumpletong impormasyon, bisitahin ang aming website pag-asa.dost.gov.ph. At yan po muna ang latest dito sa Weather Forecasting Center ng Pag-asa. Grace Castañeda, magandang umaga po.
And that is it for koolNews Early Edition. As usual, you can get in touch with us at tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. So you can send us a news tip or inquiries. And we will return delivering our news headlines later with koolNews at noon, koolNews at 4, koolNews at 6, and koolNews prime time at 9 in the evening. Until then, I am Cairo, and now back to Hello Pilipinas. And we are back with Hello Pilipinas. It's now 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. It's 8:55 in the morning. Now, let's finish off the 5 minutes with anime news. And this is part of my job to do anime news. And for we otakus out there, you are in for the treat because we will be here to deliver anime happenings right here on Hello Pilipinas. So let's get into that right now. Starting with the first one, NBC Universal debuted a new commercial for the television anime of Author Kangeki Noko and illustrator Kako Run Dance Party Kara to Seiho Sareta Sono Chiyushi Jitsuwa Kai Yuk. I'm sorry, I can't get it right, but I'll try my best here. Jitsuwa Kai Kegyo ni Tisuki. In the English title, it's the healer who was vanished from his party is actually the strongest light novel series on Saturday. The commercial announces that the series will premiere on October 5. And along with the set premiere date, it will be aired on 8BC TV, TVH Hashi, and 22 affiliated channels throughout Japan. The staff for the television anime of Nishida's Tono Inu, or a few Lord and the cheerful dog live together as masters and servants, manga announced the cast members for the title samurai character on Saturday. So the cast includes Aiko Otsuka as Tono, Tomokazu Sugita as Tono, Masake Iba as Tono, and Shunsuke Takeuchi as Tono. The anime will begin airing in October. No exact premiere date has been announced as of this broadcast. And Warner Brothers unveiled the second promotional video, more cast members, and the new key visual for the upcoming Isn't Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in the Dungeon Season 5 anime on Sunday. The video announced and previews the anime's theme songs, and it also announces the anime's October 3 premiere. The anime will... Sorry, I'll go read the opening and closing theme songs first. The vocal group GRA4 and Boys performed the opening theme song called Shonen or Youth, while the unit Sojo no Hana performs the ending theme song Hydrate. The anime will premiere on Tokyo MX, BS11, and Abema on October 4 at 12:30, effectively October 5 at 12:30 a.m. Japanese Standard Time, or October 4 at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, or 11:30 p.m. here in the Philippines, and will also run on ATX on October 7. And that is the anime happenings right here on Hello Pilipinas. And now, as we close out Hello Pilipinas, let's bring up quote of the day from Brainy Quote. Okay, today's quote of the day: success, keeping your mind awake and your desire asleep, from Walter Scott. It is 8:59 in the morning, and that will be it for Hello Pilipinas this morning. As always, thank you so much for joining us to start your Sunday mornings right here on Hello Pilipinas, and we will be back next week on the same time, same stations. Until then, I'm Cairo, and hope yourself have a great weekend, and see you next week for more weekend mornings right here on Hello Pilipinas. Bye-bye and good morning!